Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intense and heroic displays of aviation mastery, the U.S. Coast Guard helicopter crews in action. These are the men and women who take to the skies when the weather turns deadly, when ships are lost at sea, and when every second counts. Their missions aren't just about skill, they're about courage, precision, and an unshakable will to save lives no matter the odds. When a distress call comes in, the response is immediate. The alert scramble begins. Pilots rush to the aircraft, technicians check systems, and within minutes, engines roar to life. Every movement is rehearsed, every second accounted for. The sound of rotor blades slicing through the air marks the start of another life-saving mission. For the Coast Guard, time isn't a luxury, it's a matter of survival. Flying these helicopters demands a rare combination of instinct, training, and calm under pressure. Coast Guard pilots are some of the best trained aviators in the world. They navigate through zero visibility, high winds, and violent seas. Their machines like the MH-60 Jayhawk and the MH-65 Dolphin are built for performance and endurance, but they rely entirely on the pilot's judgment to bring everyone home safely. Imagine flying low over stormy waters, with waves crashing below and wind gusts pushing the aircraft off balance. In those moments, there's no room for error. The pilot must read the air, anticipate turbulence, and keep the helicopter steady as rescue swimmers prepare to deploy. Every decision made in the cockpit determines the outcome for those waiting to be saved. The Coast Guard's motto, Semper Paratus, always ready, isn't just words. It's a way of life. Every pilot, crew member, and rescuer embodies it. When they launch, they don't know what they'll face. It could be a capsized fishing boat, a sinking cargo ship, or a hiker stranded on a cliff. Each mission tests their endurance and teamwork. In the air, communication is constant and precise. One misstep could endanger everyone on board. These expert pilots are trained for extreme conditions that most aviators never encounter. They practice hoisting drills over rough seas, landing on the tiny decks of ships, and flying blind through fog and rain. Their simulators recreate every possible scenario, from night rescues to engine failures. This level of preparation ensures that when the real emergency happens, they act instinctively. The coordination between pilot and rescue swimmer is one of the most critical partnerships in aviation. The pilot must hold the helicopter perfectly steady as the swimmer is lowered into raging waves. The ocean is unpredictable, but so is the wind, and even the smallest drift can put the swimmer in danger. Precision flying keeps everyone alive. It's a delicate dance of timing, balance, and absolute trust. There's also the mental challenge. Coast Guard pilots must remain calm even when confronted with chaos. They might be flying in pitch-black darkness with only instruments and radar guiding them. They often push the limits of fuel, distance, and endurance. In these conditions, experience and instinct become their greatest assets. Every rescue tells us stories of fishermen pulled from freezing waters, stranded sailors lifted from the decks of sinking ships, and hurricane victims airlifted from flooded rooftops. Behind each mission is a pilot who made the impossible seem routine. Their hands never leave the controls, their eyes scan every instrument, and their focus remains absolute until the mission is complete. One of the most remarkable things about these pilots is their humility. Despite the incredible skill and bravery they display, they see it as simply doing their duty. They know that every flight could be their last, yet they continue to respond without hesitation. It's a calling built on discipline, dedication, and service to others. The helicopters themselves are marvels of engineering. The MH-60 Jayhawk, for example, has a range of over 600 miles and can operate in nearly any weather condition. Equipped with advanced radar, infrared sensors, and rescue hoists, It's designed for versatility and endurance. The MH-65 Dolphin, smaller but incredibly agile, is used for rapid response missions closer to shore. Both machines are extensions of the pilot's skill tools that respond precisely to their touch. Each rescue mission is a complex ballet between technology and human expertise. The pilots read wind patterns, sea swells, and mechanical feedback simultaneously. They must know when to push the aircraft to its limits and when to pull back. The goal is always the same: bring everyone home safely, no matter the challenge. During hurricane operations, these pilots fly directly into disaster zones. While others evacuate, they move in. The chaos of high winds and debris makes visibility almost non-existent, yet they maneuver with confidence and precision. It's this fearless dedication that has earned the Coast Guard global respect. Training never stops. Even the most experienced pilots continue to refine their skills through simulations and real-world drills. They analyze every past mission, learning from each decision and improving their performance. This relentless pursuit of excellence is what keeps them sharp and ready for any emergency. When a rescue mission ends successfully, the pilots rarely celebrate publicly. Their satisfaction comes from knowing lives were saved. They land, refuel, debrief, and prepare for the next call. It's a rhythm of service that never slows down. The U.S. Coast Guard's helicopter teams are living proof of what precision, training, and courage can achieve. They embody professionalism at its highest level. Each flight represents hope in moments of despair, a reminder that even in the harshest conditions, there are people willing to risk everything for the safety of others. So, the next time you see a Coast Guard helicopter slicing through the sky, remember what it represents. Behind those spinning rotors are expert pilots who have dedicated their lives to saving others. Every mission is a battle against time and nature, but with unmatched skill and determination, they always rise to the challenge. These are not just pilots, they are guardians of the sea and sky, trained to face danger so others can live. Their bravery, precision, and commitment define the very spirit of rescue aviation. The alert scramble is more than a drill, it's a promise that when lives are in peril, help will always come from above. And that's what makes the U.S. Coast Guard helicopter teams truly extraordinary.